Good morning, Susan.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Say good morning with the 50
Hey,
family.
this looks so much cuter before we had that What the 50 behind us. Now it looks
Isn't
really
it? Oh, I know,
okay.
isn't it funny? This is Toffee, my little boy bunny,
Hello, Tolfie. Oh
or
my
what
gosh,
I
she's
call him now is
adorable.
little Humpty Dumpty. He's
Does
been
he fall
jumping
off
on and
still?
trying to do his thing, so I have to keep the babies separated.
Oh, that Humpty.
That
That's the one
Humpty
he falls off
Dumpty.
stuff like Humpty
Yes.
Dumpty.
My daughter
Oh
is
my
getting
goodness.
sex ed from bunny rabbits. Yeah,
Well,
no.
if
Oh
they're
no,
gonna
he's a
get
little horn dog too. Holy crap. I literally had to build another separate pen. I have to keep them separated until I
that's
can get them
fun.
fixed, but I will do it, whatever
I
it
dated
takes.
a guy like him once that humped anything that it came across.
A
Maybe
man?
one actually.
I'm
So here's
gonna leave
interesting.
that alone. You look amazing in
Dark
that
skirt
color.
with dark shirt with dark background blends in.
Oh, no, it looks beautiful. Beautiful color green. You look great.
I'm trying to do green. I'm trying to be Christmassy all month, which I always remember at Christmas and Valentine's Day. I need to buy more red.
Red's my favorite color.
Red is
Red and green are the two of the best colors for me,
red
and for
is a
you
red and
especially.
purple for me. Green is not so much, but I don't know why I don't know more. I used to. I'm not sure where it went. I feel like somebody's been coming in and stealing my red shit, but I do. I'm like,
Maybe
what the
the elves, they're all wearing it in the North Pole.
So I'm going to go back a little bit. If you guys watched our last live, we were talking about really cool Christmas gifts
Yes. We got some
for
more?
others or for yourself. So it's for myself. My goddaughter Amber, I love her, and she is one of our followers. And she's a little bit younger generation in her 40s. So that's good. But she had a really cool gadget when we went to go on the Polar Express train. And I'm like,
I
okay,
gotta
what do
do
you get it?
that.
Of course, Amazon was the answer, shocker. But I went on and got it. So right now, I don't know what they're calling them, but they're fanny packs. They're calling them something different. They're fanny packs, but that's
Yeah.
okay, whatever they're calling them. So it's kind of a version of that.
Okay.
So this is the little fanny pack.
Oh, cute. It's small.
It is small, but it's so convenient. So you have this opening, whether you
Keep
want to do
talking.
your driver's license, whatever. On the other side is the zipper. Super cool. Your phone can fit in it, but it's not meant to. So inside, look at all these compartments. So you have multiple for your charge cards. You have two little spots here, which would be for me lipstick.
Hmm.
Compartment here. You have the breathable one, which I don't know,
That's
you would accept the breathable.
okay.
Adjustable, which it's not real adjusted right now. But however, it also, if you want to just do a wristlet. But what I liked about this is these thicker straps I have found feel so much better on your shoulder and don't cut like the little ones. So you can do the cross over
If you want, or
with
around your
your
waist.
wrist, or you could take this off and just do your wrist.
That's
But
cool.
here's what some of you are probably aware of, but I'm always a little bit behind on technology till some young person teaches it to me. You're thinking, what do I do with my phone? Have you seen these?
No. Is it a magnet?
I have a clear one here.
Okay.
So you have to have a phone holder. This one's plastic because, of course, I had to buy two, not just one. But you slide it in, and it may not go as easy right now, but let's hope it. Oh, it did. Slide it in.
And then
It
your
is
phone
so
hangs
thin
on.
that your where the hell's my phone? Oh, pop your phone back into your carrier, which I have mine charging. That's another thing I got to ask you about in a moment, but we'll do this right now.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Somebody's trying to call, and that's not going to work because I'm trying to put my phone in here. Anyway, so you just slap it right back in, and it has a little hook,
And you can hang your phone.
and you can hang your phone.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I
Is
have,
that
yeah.
cool?
I mean, of
And
course, I
then
have the little
look,
thing I had.
because of the genius design, whoever you were, and I would love to hear, it does not hinder you charging your phone.
Yeah,
Because
that's
so
one of
many
the
things you
things.
have to take your, as we
Pull
know when we're
everything off.
recording, when
Yep.
I'm, yeah.
Do you know what's
So
funny is that I just bought one of these. Look at mine. A
that's
little
cool.
bigger, but I put my phone down in this slot here, and you can still use your phone.
You can
The
still see
text and
it.
all the things you can still see it, and you can, and it's the plastic on it is actually works. You can use your phone.
That's
It's
the thing
got
you have to look for, because I have some that doesn't work and
yeah,
some it does.
it's only got two compartments in it, but
Stop.
it is 100% waterproof. You can zip it up and throw it in the pool, and it's got the long strap
That's
too.
nice when you're out on the boat or something or at
Oh,
the
I
beach.
Yes, I took it so it doesn't get sand in it, any of the
Yes.
stuff, and you can still use your phone without having to take it out. So, and it's a little fanny pack, or it's got a, I've got mine obviously, so I actually wore it like that
But around,
because
yeah, that too, you can
it
adjust to
takes
have
that
it
off your
around.
shoulders.
It
I
doesn't cut.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I wish it had a wrist thing,
that's
but do you
what
know
I
the
want to
funny thing is because you could take these off. I have little wristlets that I could just put on here because I have
exactly.
a couple
Yeah.
persons
You
that do
can
that. So I
switch them
just,
out.
yeah.
And I
How
was going
cool
to
is that
show
though?
you can put your phone in this.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
if you
leave
want,
much room for anything else. This one is a little bit bigger
feel
than I
it.
would like, but you know what? I'll
It
tell you what.
actually, I mean, it does.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I had I
Enough.
went to a little event last night, which was outside walking around, and actually shout out to, I'll do it in a moment, but I just wanted something little, but I knew I needed my phone, my business cards, etc. It was perfect. I'll give a little shout out because I like to jump around. Alba, which is down the street from me, a condo complex that's due to open in the spring. They've been really awesome while they're building, keeping up their messes, etc.
Nice.
They threw a party for the neighborhood last night.
That's amazing.
They put out
Love that.
signs. We got postcard invite. I follow them, so obviously I got to invite through that direction too. But their whole point was obviously I'm in a residential older neighborhood and they're building a sky rise, so some people are not happy about this. However,
Brilliant.
it's waterfront property, guys. It's real
Yep.
estate. It's
Yep.
prime location and it's gonna happen and it's happening more and more. But they
Exactly.
want to kind of, you know, introduce themselves.
And
I
ease
thought it
the
was brilliant.
pain.
Ease the
It's
pain. That's a
ridiculously
great way to say
brilliant.
it.
Because
They
like they say, you make friends of your neighbors because then no matter what you do, it's a different perspective when you feel like you are a part of it or you're
not forced upon you,
included.
but you included. So
Yeah.
they were answering questions. They're going to build another one next to it, which you know how excited I am. That's at 47th. I'm at 53rd. Bring it on, baby. You can have my house and bulldoze it.
Hell
But
yeah. For all that money.
I bought it for that reason. I knew exactly what I was buying when I bought it and what it was going to be in the future. But yeah, they were awesome. They had a grilled cheese truck, which I've been to before. Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Grilled cheese truck is amazing because you get several different types of cheese, a few types of bread, so it's almost like gourmet grilled cheese. It is they make it fresh when you order it. Amazing. Then they had a ice cream truck.
Che-
Yeah.
Like the two best things on the planet.
Two best
Cheese
things
and
on the
ice
planet,
cream.
grilled cheese and ice cream. Does it get any better than that?
No.
So the reason I'm sharing that is it was in your career, and even in your career, you have this moment. So I have been establishing and building my business in Florida.
Yes.
Probably not, I mean, honestly, not putting forth what I did when I started in Indiana and Texas, but
Oh.
just generally.
Well,
But
you've
I
been
walked
doing it
up,
for a minute, Susan. So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, I walked up and I'm talking to the guys. A couple of them I had already met because I'd gone to meet them and to their office, et cetera. They even took me on a boat ride to see the facility. It was amazing. So I knew Robbie and talking to him a few minutes, and this gal goes, I know you. And I said, well, you kind of look familiar too. And she's like, how do I know you? And I said, well, I'm a neighbor and I'm also a real estate agent. And she went, it was my moment. She's like, oh my God, that's it. I follow you on Facebook on your business page. And I love you because you promote everybody. She goes, and I first got you because you promoted us. And she said, even though we don't have it listed with you, they don't have it listed at all. They have their own in-house. But
Right.
she goes, you promoted us. And she's like, you post every week. I do a thing that I get off of West Palm Beach telling you all the road closures in Palm County.
I love that.
I use it myself, which is why I started sharing it. But that was an all moment. I finally got recognized. Hang on one moment. I'm going to show.
All right. You got just pat yourself on the back. I think that's amazing.
That was
Isn't
pretty
that
fun. So I'm
isn't that
like,
cool though, Susan?
okay.
And I know that
It's
we
that
don't
moment where you're like, okay, all my hard work is paying off and keep
exactly.
doing it. Yeah,
And
keep.
not that getting accolades or validated from anybody is anything that we truly need. We don't. We should be able to do that for ourselves. But I had a moment twice in Florida where, and I have it here every once in a while, where I was singing at Benny's, you know that. And all of a sudden, here comes Will and uh,
Oh, Greenwood.
the Greenwoods, the whole family. Haven't seen them. And they said they walked by and heard my voice and knew it was me and had to come say hi. And then it was like 2 weeks later, I had a bunch of a family run up and say, oh my gosh, we know you from South Padre Island."
Isn't that crazy?
in West Palm Beach, or actually wherever that is down in
Lake Worth.
Florida,
Yeah,
Lake
Lake
Worth,
Worth.
Florida. But it's like so cool. It is because it feels like even though it might be one little tiny, teeny tiny thing, we feel like we're making a difference in people's lives.
You
And
know,
that's huge.
to be personally recognized for personal is awesome. Of course,
Yes.
that's a whole different
But
validation.
for what you
But
do
as
is
a
awesome.
business person,
Yeah.
when you're recognized,
Well, I guess for me it is business though, because they
it
heard
is
my
business.
voice and knew it.
Exactly. And
It's
so
like
with
that's like wow.
that, that is, if you're not self-employed, you'll never know that feeling. And I remember when I first started in real estate, Kenny Bear, God rest his soul, he's deceased, and I would not be where I am today without his guidance. I asked him, drilled him, of course, because I'm that girl. I asked 1,000 questions. And one of the things he said is his moment when he knew he had succeeded is he went to pick up his son from school. And this was many years before because he'd been in the business 55 years. And I'm towards the end of his career. And he said, I went to pick up my little boy, and he heard this little girl squeal because they were about 5 and said, Mommy, Mommy, there's my agent. There's my real estate agent. He
That
said,
is so
the
cool.
high that I had, yeah, never can explain it. And so fast forward many years later, Amy Willette,
Oh, I
her
love
little
them. I
boy.
just saw them a few weeks ago.
Oh, and I
All
I
them
knew
boys.
Amy, John, Amy and John, and then the clan. I
Yes,
literally have followed that family before they were even a family, and that's one when you feel really old. But two, you also feel I have pictures every time they bought a home for me, just them. Baby one, baby two. We did one baby where he's actually in the carriage holding Susan did it again. I mean,
I
so
love it.
saw them out somewhere, and the little boy went, Mommy, there's our real estate agent. Tears. Yeah, that
It's
moment.
amazing. Isn't that the coolest thing?
It is
It
the
just
coolest thing. It
it
is just,
absolutely is.
I think
Oh
it's a
my
high
gosh.
that no drug can give you.
No,
No
it
drug
is
can
true.
give you
It is true.
that
And
high.
like I said, not that we search for it,
It's
but
it
when it happens,
you have to be self-employed to understand. It's not a
no.
you've succeeded in your career.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's a validation
it
that,
is.
when you're self-employed, we all know if you're self-employed, you make a lot of sacrifices in your personal life to gain in your business life. That's just a
Absolutely.
fact, or you won't be successful. And it's just okay, it's worth it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
worth it. I had to step away from a party. It's worth it that, I took that call at 8 o'clock at night, or for you, probably 5 o'clock in the morning, where you're like, really? Okay, I'll perform.
Yeah.
It just tells you it's okay.
It does.
It's worth
No,
it.
I had a cute guy come up to one time. We were in Mississippi and they were standing there and signing autographs, all the things. So I sing for a living and I've sang for thousands and thousands and probably multi-million people now at this point through the years, right? And we used to pack the house. We would have 1,000 people in these places that we'd go to. And one day we were off on a break, or maybe it was just after the show, and we were standing around talking to people, and two men came up, and we're talking, and we're just talking a little bit, and he's like, "I need an autograph. Can I please have an autograph?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I did. I've signed boobs. I've signed bald heads. I've
None of my
signed
clients have ever
asses.
asked me to sign their boobs. Damn
I've
it.
signed so
Maybe
many
that will
things.
be my next validation.
There you go. But he walked up and he says, "Is there any way I can have a hug?" Like, well, sure. And I gave him a hug and he just went, "Oh my God, I have just never, ever been this close to a celebrity."
Yeah. Oh, there you
Susan,
go. There
holy
you go.
shit. I'm like, okay, I
I'm a
just am
celebrity?
singing in the casino, nothing big like I planned on or thought would happen. And then I realized,
No, mommy.
like you're saying, that little kid that said that, that little Willet that said, "There's my real estate agent." You're reaching people at a level where they admire and appreciate you. I don't even think it was like what you're doing is helping people. And
That's a
it's
good way to
fantastic.
put it. They
It is.
appreciated you.
They
You're
appreciate
like,
you.
whatever I did, I made an impact.
An impact. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, we're
Yep.
impacting people's lives on whatever level it is. And I've had a few of those crazy moments and it's just like, obviously in singing,
Saying a
oh,
lot.
Fiona, little turd.
Yeah, you got that right.
I know. So anyway, it's very cool, but
You
that is
finish.
neat. And oh, what was it that what did he say? What did your real estate guy say that
So
that you
my
just told us? Sorry, the story, because I had something that came
what
up for
he
me.
got is they said, Mommy, there's my real estate agent.
Right, but
Well,
what
that
did he
said, there's our real estate agent. So,
all right, you said something though. He taught you something, and I can't remember what you said because it was something else I was thinking. I'll think about it in a minute. But
oh,
When you
I
first started talking about him, you said something
didn't
about,
specify, I just said that he is, I absolutely credit him for being a big part of my success
yeah,
with what he taught me, what type of agent you need to be.
yeah.
Um, you can be a different type of agent and be very wealthy, and I would have been retired living in my mansion with my yacht.
You're a people person.
Be a
You
very
built relationships.
ethical agent and do it the right way and look out for people's best interests, not mine first. And that's what he taught me. Your job is to represent your client and put their needs first, which sometimes will put your needs second and definitely put your pocketbook second. But you've got to decide. And I'm a girl that likes to sleep at night, and I'm a girl that likes to walk through Walmart and not have to dodge somebody that I screwed over. I can be like, hey,
Million times over. Yes, yes,
and that's in
yes.
any profession. You know that probably even in
Oh,
the
yeah.
singing. I'm going to show you real quick. Now, this one does not give the effect of protecting your
Ooh,
shoulder.
but it's
It's my
pretty.
nightclub one. And so that's supposed to look like Chanel. It is not. So people don't think I went and spent a fortune on it. But it is the case. I don't have all the other gear because it's in the other room. Same concept. It has a much smaller little wallet though, because it is more for bar. So it's about like this. You
But it's
cannot put
pretty.
your phone
It's
in it.
cute. Or you
It's
could wear it
pretty and
to
it's
martini.
cute and it has bling bling. And these are all fun. And again, I'll get the link and put it up. And I have to get better of not mentioning shit till I can tell you more information about it. I'm very bad about that. I could pull up Amazon real quick, but the price was, I want to say like 20, $30. It was not, yeah, it was not expensive. Now they're
Oh,
worth it. Yeah, you could, as anything. You can go here, you can go here, but all different kinds of colors. I just went with this one, the brown neutral. But you can buy these strap. Matter of fact, I have two in my closet straps like this that one has blue. I can interchange it with the basic
yeah.
and now have color.
There
So
you
that was
go.
just I don't know if it's the greatest invention ever, but it definitely is an awesome invention that I will use quite often
It
now.
definitely comes in handy for sure.
Handy.
For
And
sure.
as you know, in business, and those of you that are trying to start a business, you have to do things that make people remember you. And
Yes.
when I say that, not, I mean, obviously you have to do things that make people remember you, but little things. So I've always tried to do fun little quirky stuff. So something like this, they're called conversation pieces. So when
Yes.
you do conversation pieces, and again, this was last night, I have the cutest little stinking pair of shoes that it's all bling bling and it's a bee. So each shoe has a bee on it. Every time I wear these shoes all day long, everybody's like, "Oh my God, those are the cutest little loafers I've ever seen." It gets you the conversation started with a total stranger, and then you have the opportunity to throw in your business somewhere.
Exactly. So what does the B stand for? Right? That's
Cool, be good.
that's a conversation. I love that. I
Well, the
agree.
fun part, I was invited to a Christmas party the other night, and I've only met the girl twice, but we have mutual friend. And so she said, "Hey, tell Susan to come." So I walked in and I had the shoes on because it's kind of Christmassy too with the bling. And she looked down, she's like, "Oh my God, I love bees." I said, "Oh, do you?" She's like, "Yeah, I really do." And then she proceeded to go grab her bee paraphernalia.
I
So I
love
had to
it.
tell her where I got the shoes so she could get a pair because, oh, I just got them because I thought I do love bees.
Okay,
Real bees.
so I'm laughing right now because I was thinking the letter B. That's why I said, what does the B stand for?
Yeah. Oh, hold on a moment.
Yeah, I gotta see these shoes. I'm laughing so hard because I misinterpreted what a B was, and then you didn't even catch it when I'm asking what does it stand for.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
what I
God.
thought you meant like, bees being good.
Yeah,
B,
and
of
I
course,
love
would have
bees
been
too.
brown.
I love yeah,
Are
Susan
you
Brown, I
ready?
guess. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna want them. Oh my God, those are so
Are
beautiful.
they are beautiful.
They're
And
beautiful. And they're just
the eyes
slip-ons?
have red, but the rest is basically gold, silver, black, and bronze. So you can wear it with fucking
Anything.
anything and it matches.
Those are absolutely gorgeous.
Now, I will tell you before you try these and then you send me something. As far as cushion
Not too
sucks.
much.
It is like you're walking on concrete, but I got pads to put up in here for
You know,
them.
I have those little things that I
Otherwise,
put from
nada.
one shoe to the other. I have my little pads. I have the heel ones. In fact, I am going to make an invention. I shouldn't say it out loud because somebody will do it. I'm
I
going to
was
make
just thinking
one
this.
that you just put on your foot so you can walk barefoot and have cush.
Well, let me tell you what, Nike, and I have a girlfriend that I'm not sure how, but somehow a friend she went to college with works for Nike. If you steal my idea, you bastards, I've got this video, so I'm coming back. This was my invention. I love these slides.
Oh
These
yeah.
are filthy, sorry, but I love these. They are forget they kick. I love Skechers, but they kick Skechers memory foam ass. I wear these around the house. I have a pair outside. I have a pair in every room, I think, because I have the concrete floors.
Yep.
But Nike or whoever invented this for Nike, call me. I have an idea for women's shoes, taking this concept.
For high heels.
Oh, even flats, just like
Flats.
those
Just
shoes.
anything.
If
Yeah.
I have that, and you can see here, it's not that. So it's not that thick because
But
as we get older, I am no longer into the it is better to look good than to feel good. Nope, not anymore. It's better to feel good because then I feel like I look better because I don't have the space
yeah, the
for
pain.
pain.
Yeah. Nope. And I have
I am
bad
so
heels.
limited on shoes now.
Oh,
You
you know
wear heels
me.
all the time.
And I went barefoot for how many years? And in fact, some people still to this day will come to my shows and say, "You have shoes on." I have to wear shoes. Once in a while, I'll take them off, but if I don't, by the end of the day, my heels are burning because I've injured them 50 million times. They're burning. I
now
should
see
go
mine is the
probably to a
opposite.
podiatrist and get it checked. I probably should
I
because
don't have a heel problem. I have the, is it sole then? That's at the top part by your toes. Is that
yeah,
sole?
the pad. I don't know what that's
It
called either.
gets even wearing tennis shoes when I do my workout by the end of the evening, it's just very sensitive. And these shoes right there that I just showed you are the only shoes I literally can be wearing all day, cleaning house, running errands.
Love
So
it.
whatever those magic soles are, whoever invented them, Nike, please reach out to me. We
Yeah,
can
reach
make
out to
a lot
Susan
of
so
money
she can make
with
lots of
women's
money and we
shoes.
can travel around the world doing what the 50
And
plus
I'll make
instead
them
of
lots of
just at
money
home.
too.
Oh, of
I
course.
promise,
Oh, of
Nike,
course.
you will make money.
Hey, you know
It's
what?
the genius idea.
We all only need a piece of the pie. The pie
Well,
is
I
big enough
literally
to
am going
share.
to
That was
do.
what Terry McIntyre used to say. I want to make millions of dollars and I just want a piece.
I just want
And
a piece.
I
I'll
want to
share
share the
with
rest.
whoever is involved in the idea. I'm actually to the point, I'm not even joking. So Nike better
Yeah.
step up. Taking these to a shoemaker, tearing them apart to create a pair of shoes with them.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. Oh my God, I can't wait to see
I'm
it.
going to try something because I just, yeah.
Nope. No,
Anyway,
even when I buy my lottery tickets, I don't do it very often, but every once in a while when it's $1 billion, I think, what the heck? Somebody's got to win it, right? And Emerald likes to do the scratch offs, so I get her scratch offs from time to time. And but I always tell the clerk that sells me that ticket, when I win, I will bring you money. And they're like, ha ha ha. The
because they
hell
probably
I
hear that.
won't. But they don't understand. I'm that person.
Yeah.
When I win, I'm gonna take them money. And they're gonna go, holy shit. Because I've always believed that money doesn't change a person, it enhances who you are. So if you're
Oh,
selfish, you're going to be more
it
fucking
should.
selfish. If
It
you
should.
are generous and loving, which I prefer to give gifts than get gifts, and I love getting gifts. So that'll tell you,
Right.
that's one of my
Oh,
love languages. Oh my God, what I would do for people with money. It'd be so much fun. I'd go to every band that ever played and they'd have $100 in their tip jar. Just
right.
those little things I want to be able to do. So that's the universe. Santa Claus, besides millions of dollars, bring me a sugar daddy, please. At
Well,
least
and
for
I
now.
think it,
I don't need
it,
a sugar daddy if I get millions of
I
dollars.
think it comes back to, and you may not even know it. I do because Murphy's, which is Walmart gas station, I
Yep.
always there was a little gal there that I with the same time every week. So I always got the same little gal. So nice, so sweet, way above and beyond, not just to me, everybody. So I did a scratch off, which I never do, and I don't even know why, but I did a scratch off and I won $50. So
Nice.
I went in to cash it. And as I'm getting ready to, she said, Miss Susan, I just want to let you know I'm going to miss you. I'm moving to Georgia with my family. And I
Aw.
said, well, is that a good thing? And she said, it is. And I said, well, then I'm very happy for you, because sometimes it's not
Yeah.
a choice. But it was her. She was very, very excited. And so I said, well, I won a lotto ticket. And I said, can you believe it? Because I never win. Never, never, not even a freaking dollar. I just give me back my dollar. And she says, "Oh my God, I can't believe you won. You've been coming here for 4 years. And it's the first time you won." I'm like, I know, right? Obviously, this is not where I'm going to get my fame and fortune. And so she gave me the money and I put back 20 and I said, put that on your gas going to Georgia. And she
I knew it.
literally started bawling and she said,
Well, you're gonna make
"Hey,
me ball. I knew that's what
well,
you're gonna say.
yeah." And
'Cause that's what
she
it's
said,
for.
I'm so happy I'm moving, but financially, I'm struggling on how to even get there. My family doesn't have the money. And she's like, you have no idea how much this will
Yeah.
matter to me. And I had to really think to myself, how much will the remaining $30 change my life?
I know you gave it all to her. I know
I
you
did
gave it all to her. Fuck yeah.
because I literally,
Yes.
I'm very fortunate. I've worked hard. I've done well. And I thought, again, I think that's where, no matter where you are in life, if that $30 would have made a difference in me paying my electric bill, I would have wanted to give it to her, but I couldn't.
We couldn't.
Right. And that's where I go with the billionaires. Whatever dollar amount you want to put on it, let's say $100,000. Okay, so maybe you're going to have to buy a lesser yacht.
Exactly.
I am one that believes everybody has the right to spend their money how they want to spend it.
Oh, absolutely. And
Right.
exactly. Your money's your
They
money,
have the
and good
right.
for you. I'm happy for all the people that have
Yeah,
that kind of
but
money.
that's all I thought is what is a $30 difference going to be versus mine?
And
And
it
we
was
stayed in
$30 you didn't
contact.
have. It wasn't even, it was like,
It was free in my
yeah,
world. Yeah, it
you
was free.
gave her 50
And I know
bucks.
you people can say I probably spent hundreds of dollars on tickets, but at that moment it was extra money in my pocket. And we actually exchanged numbers and she reaches out about every 6 months and just tells me how's it, and it's going really good for her. The great part is it ended up, she went for many, many reasons, but within about 6 months later, everything's good now. But her daughter got sick and needed somebody at the house, and she was there.
She was able to be there.
But yeah. So I do. I think it comes back to you, good or bad, karma. It can be good or bad.
I feel sad for Karma. Whoever named it Karma, it's not necessarily Karma's fault. She didn't do shit. If I know some really awesome karmas and we blame them all, I
With
blame
a
it all on
K?
her.
But is it with a K? I don't know any K karmas. I only know C karmas.
Karma,
And if you're going
karma,
to name your
karma, karma,
child
karma,
karma, do not spell it with a K.
chameleon.
It's
That's
like
one of my
poor
favorite songs.
Karens.
Uh,
You know,
ah,
well, you know, and here's where I really feel bad for Karens because I have some amazing friends, Karens. For a while, it was Karen and Susan.
oh, it
Susan was
was.
starting to, oh yeah, and once in a while one will pop up. And somehow there must have been one mean ass bitch, Susan, that got that shit thrown out. You stop using that name.
That's
But
hysterical.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I
go
love
back,
to.
and now you'll probably notice that I've
You know me. I'm Miss Google person. I'm gonna go check it out.
except
I'm
for
gonna go
Lazy
find. I'm gonna go
Susan.
find you.
Hello, that's been around forever.
Yep. There's nothing named after me
Well, I'll think of
yet.
something.
Yet.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yet. Yeah. But no, the funny thing is that when people were calling each other Karen, I didn't even know what it meant. I had to look it
I
up.
did for
Like,
the longest
what the
time.
fuck is wrong with what's the problem here? And I had to look it up. So, or Linda's. Listen, Linda,
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 yeah, Linda
Linda,
gets you
listen,
too.
Linda,
Oh, so do you know where the Linda came from?
from the little boy.
Oh, I thought it was a little girl, but okay,
Oh,
maybe
I
the
thought it
little
was a
boy.
little boy.
First time I saw that on Facebook, and that was way back when it first came out, because that's
10
been
years
years ago.
ago, 10 probably.
Okay, first
I'd
of
pee my
all,
pants.
I have to be the first to say that little kid needs its ass beat, but it still was hysterical. I mean,
Once
that
they
little
turned the computer, the camera off, they probably did.
that attitude. Listen here, Linda. She's like, my name's not even Linda. Oh, that kid did. I could watch it today and laugh just as hard as I did
Oh,
the first time.
me too. Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh,
Well,
but I
so
have to.
listen here, Susan.
Speaking of stuff that we have to be careful how it affects down the road. This is totally off the subject, but kind of on the subject. Have you seen the new DoorDash commercial that's out for
No,
Christmas?
don't watch TV much. I do, if I'm going to be on,
I
I watch movies.
So I am this tight, even though I probably have the money, but I don't spend it where I don't need to. I do not pay the extra $5 to not have commercials during Netflix because I grew up with commercials. They really don't bother me. Drive my grandkids insane, but they don't bother me. So that's where I saw the commercial. So what it starts out is the little kid is opening his Christmas gifts
Okay.
and he doesn't get a bicycle. And he's a
Oh,
little asshole about it. He's like,
oh yeah.
"Where's my bike?" Blah, blah, blah. It's a very short commercial, so I'm not going to get it all. But it ends up that mom is scrambling to order it and have DoorDash deliver it immediately. And then she goes to the door, and the guy, oh, I'll go
Mom
there,
needs her ass whooped.
gets it. And then the little kid says, "Is that Santa?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." In a way, you could look at it and think it's cute. But unfortunately, in the world we live in today,
To
it
me, there's
creates,
nothing cute about that.
it's no, right? I feel
Nothing
the
cute
same.
about that.
And my neighbor Anna Mixon did this like 40 years ago. There was a commercial that came out and it had a little baby sitting in the high chair and spaghetti was all over and it was throwing the spaghetti at its mom. And it was about Clorox wipes. You know how easy it is to clean up. But you're kind of missing the whole point of getting there.
Why
The
do you
child needs to
have
get
to?
disciplined. And people don't realize, and DoorDasher, I don't really use you much anyway, so I don't care if you boycott me, but I get that you were probably trying to make like, okay, this is how quick you can get something delivered in an emergency. I think you could use other emergency situations.
I agree. I agree
I don't think
100%.
a child throwing a fit and an
Because they didn't
attitude.
get
These
a
kids are six
gift.
or seven.
No, no. In fact, you know what? I'm so proud of my daughter because we did her Santa list and I have to do one too every year. It's cute. And I said, think hard about what you want. She had 5 things on her list:
which is
roller
pretty
skates,
high.
roller skates, a telescope, a pottery wheel, a cookbook for kids, and something else. But no toys, no junk, nothing. We sent him off to Santa. He sent an email back. He got him. But I was so proud of her for that because there was no junk. And then she said, but mommy, I really want this and I should get another list for Santa. And I said, okay, Emerald, well, you did your list. And she wants a hovercraft. And I said, they don't even make them. She saw a video. It was fake, right? It was AI. She said, number one, they don't make them. I said, but you made your list. And I said, let's go back to, we always talk about the kids in the world. And there are some people, kids in the world that will never see a roller skate.
No,
They will
never
never
go to a
ever
roller
get
skating rink.
they don't even know what it is. They don't know what a telescope is. They don't know what any of this is. And so, but she's always so good. And she's like,
They're just
that's
hoping
right,
for some
mommy.
food.
Yeah. And I even told her the other day, she's like, I asked you to make this for me and now I don't want it. I'm like, well, you asked me to make it and you're going to eat it because some kids never, it was scrambled eggs, said some kids never in the world will ever get a scrambled egg. They eat rice all day. And so we had that conversation and it sounds so pathetic and sounds so unreal because it shouldn't be that way. But fuck, Susan, it is that way in this world.
But I'm going to go two things you just said. It is nothing wrong with the conversation your daughter had because she's a kid.
Exactly.
There was nothing wrong with
Nope.
any of those items.
Nope.
However, you just proved whose responsibility it is to take a moment and use that as a learning experience.
Yes.
Not teachers,
Nope.
not preachers, not neighbors.
It starts
It
here.
starts at home.
Yeah, it
And if
does.
you're not taking that opportunity, and I use this so often as a grandma, I try to use that opportunity to go, it's a learning lesson.
Yes.
Me, what my poor grandkids, and they'll probably hate me someday because sometimes I get mad at my dad. I'm all about budgeting your money, learning how to spend money, wants, needs. I'm very, very big on that.
No, it's
But
huge. That's same with Emerald. She takes money everywhere she goes. And I say, you choose what you spend it on. If you bring home junk that you're not going to play with, then you missed out on an opportunity to maybe spend that money doing putt-putt or something that's fun and something that you're
But you're making
experiencing
her take a
life.
moment. And
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. People, I know you're tired parents. I get it. But you chose to have these kids and you have to choose to make sure you're impacting them on the rest of their life, or they're going to be living in your basement when they're 45. And you're to blame. I don't want to hear it. I
True.
don't want to hear your sad story about it because somewhere you're missing that these moments that you just talked about. And even as you're going on and saying about the putt putt, you are teaching them life lessons that once over needs, one, take a moment before you make a decision. And
Yeah.
that's what I just picked up from your whole conversation,
Yep.
because that's what my dad was very big on. When I would ask something or want something, et cetera, he's like, I need you to take a moment and think about it.
Yep.
I'm back. And I even do this. I do this with people, although I probably have done it
Yeah.
with you. I always say to people, I don't need your answer right now. When I
Yep.
ask a question, I always tell people because I don't think I don't want your immediate response because it may not be your best response.
No, because it's going to be where you're at in that exact moment. It could be
Thank
an
you.
emotional. Yeah, like even with her eggs. I said, then honey, why did you ask for eggs if you didn't want them? So just think about it and let's figure out what you want next time. Because it didn't matter what I made for her.
No,
I would have made her French toast or pancakes or, soup. But she said eggs is good. So you're right. So you got to take that moment and figure it
because
out. And I
that's going
love
to
that.
so many times in her life make her come back. And I know you do this too, even though you didn't mention it. And I think this is parenting 101 too, because you said I would have made her whatever she wanted, pancakes and this and that, with what was in your house.
Absolutely. I'm
I
not
know you're the parent that if she would
calling
have
her
said,
ordering.
Mom, I want well, no, but even Mom, I want pancakes, and you're like, I would have loved to make you pancakes,
Oh,
but I don't have the stuff because I didn't know. Do
oh
you
yeah.
want me to get it at the grocery store? Yeah, you wouldn't have been the
Oh,
parent that said, well, I don't have it.
okay,
Let
we'll
me
get
run
it.
to Blue Mar. You're not,
Nope.
again, you're not
Nope.
teaching your kids lessons. You want to be the best parent, but that is not being the best parent.
No, that happened the other day. She wanted waffles. And I said, I'm sorry, honey. And waffles don't take a lot of time. But at that
No,
particular moment, I didn't have the 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to make waffles. And I've got all the stuff. But I said, baby, I love you. Don't have time for waffles. What can we do here? She said, grilled cheese, done. 4 minutes, 2 minutes. She had a grilled cheese. She was happy. And so, yeah. And
You just taught her a lesson that
yes,
you
it's
probably do. I know you do, not probably. I know you. As often as you can, you may take away from where you need to do something personally to accommodate her, but
all
you
day
also
long.
set boundaries, and that's what you have to do as parents. I think that goes back to, and this, we need to do a whole other podcast on this one, but parents, it's great you want to get along with your kids, and it's great you want to be their best friend, and maybe your mom wasn't, and that's why you had that desire, but you can't put it before parenting.
I'm not her friend, I'm her mom.
You are her mom, which you hope being an amazing mom when she's an adult, she'll be your friend.
Absolutely. I don't doubt it for a second.
No.
Because it's funny, even it's so cute because I'm actually a hard ass. I'm much more of a hard ass than my mom was. I don't ground her, I don't hit her, I don't do any of those things like people do, and I don't care, no judgment. That's not my thing. She doesn't need it though. I just have conversations with her. My mom always said, if you make a choice, these are the possible consequences, and they're your consequences. So you need to choose what you're doing because
Right?
I'm not
Cause and
going to
effect.
thank you. So I do that
But
with
also,
Emerald.
when did you
So
start out doing that with her?
when she was born. I didn't talk baby talk to her. I didn't allow my friends to talk baby talk, but that's still even just that's my thing.
But no, just go back what you said from the time she was
Oh,
born. You know,
period.
parents wait too long till it's out of control to then want to become the parent and can't figure out why the child has
Well,
no
listen,
respect. And they go on Dr. Phil, and here's an 11-year-old, they're telling him you're not leaving, and they're like, fuck you, and they walk out the house, and they're like, I don't understand. And Dr. Phil would normally nail it, but you didn't start from the time they were born, setting those boundaries that whether you know what I do with this great now they're pretty older, but when they were little,
yeah,
I'd say, okay, this or this. What do? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you think there was an option C? No. Here's A, here's B. And sometimes I just
dude,
say, I'm sorry, did you think that was an option? That was not an option for you to respond what else you'd like to do. This is what I want you to do, and this is what you're going to do. And I'll explain why
yeah,
it needs to be done.
yeah,
But from day one. So, like you just said with Emerald now,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with the kids.
Nope.
They know when I say no,
I mean, no. She might ask a couple times, and then do you know what I say to her? If she starts to like whine, because they're kids, they do it once in a while. I said, "Tell me what whining gets you." And she looks at me and says, "Nothing, mom." So then why are you whining? I don't
and
know.
as my mother said, which, a lot of things I didn't agree with mom, but there are so many I do, and I use them with the grandkids. My mom would say, if you whine, the answer will always be no.
Oh
If
yeah.
you think
The
about
more
it,
you
I
whine, the
whine.
more you beg. Done. And I
So I
said,
do
and
this.
then the next time we come, it's going to be a no again because we go to the store. She wants something. It's like, don't ask for anything this time.
Yep.
If
You're
you
even
whine and
punishing
ask for
yourself for the
something,
future.
then the next time you're not getting anything. She has
My
a
team.
challenge jar that has prizes. So every week I give her a challenge. And last week it was do something the first time I ask you.
Oh,
Ah. So
oh,
guess what happened? The first time I asked her, she didn't do it. So she didn't get her prize at the end of the week. She said, well, I did. I get my prize. I'm like, you tell me. I don't even say no. I said, do you tell me? And she's like, nope. I'm like, okay,
but you're setting her to learn when her boss tells her something down the
thank
road.
you. Yeah. She's
Her
going to be the
spouse.
boss, but she's got to learn that she's got to tell her people that
So
work for
many,
her.
even with her friends, to have her, and I had to teach that to my little Lena when she was young. I'm like, honey, the behavior you have today, your friend's mother is not going to welcome you to have a sleepover because she's not going to deal with your attitude and your breakdown and your tantrum. We have got less than a minute. Holy crap.
Oh my God, we have. We've been
Yeah.
going forever. It's so much fun. All right, we got to let you go. We got off on like a million topics as always, but you know what? Maybe we should name it chatting with what the 50 plus because sometimes we just do that. But you know what? I
Solving the
still
world's problems over 50. That's what I always feel like
and we still talk about things that I think that we all need to talk about and share. So no matter what
you
subject
know
you and I get on,
what?
Susan, or at least not
May
everybody,
not
but
be your
some people.
thing because we are like that, and that's okay.
Yep,
But for those of us that are just like us that go, oh my God, they talked about 100 things, but you know what? They really brought up some good points. You're our people.
damn right. All right. Well, we love you at the 50 family. And he goes, no, I love you, Miss Susan. So I will
Love
see
you
you
too.
next
Thank you guys
time.
for always hanging out for us, liking, sharing. I got to go put all my gadgets back up.
All the things. All right. We'll see you next time.